We've been all subjected to a social experiment. Go on our
Haven't they done that already a few times? Especially with the Ahri skin that was $500 that eventually just got people to make loans from you know, internet sharks to get them $500 to buy the latest skin. That's already a success. All the idiots they do be buying.
the days of testing the limits of human minds in prisons.
Whole human idiocracy.
We are
That,
testing the limits of entire human beings in League solo queue. I think people
okay.
know that if there is a single place in the entire gaming sphere which has the reputation for being the most toxic place in gaming history, it is League's solo queue.
For sure. Like, League has cemented itself as being the most toxic game, and that's for a reason. And to be fair, I like it that way. Now, there's a problem. They changed it, so now you're gonna get banned immediately if you say something bad. So you still do it, but you have to find workarounds. Which, why are you making my work harder? Okay, sir, just let me curse at my fucking lobotomite teammates. Okay, they're 0-10 all across the board. What am I supposed to do? Play the game or just trash talk them? Okay, I gotta go for the low blow. Leave me alone now. Solo queue especially, because if you are with your friends it's gonna be a bit harder. I was toxic to my friends also. Experiment did they do.
And players have been using it to prove that they are better than everyone else.
By the way, I've seen this video about this guy complaining because he was a jungler, challenger jungler, and his heart stuck diamond AD carry. By the way, for those who are non-believers, when everybody's saying AD carry is the worst role in League of Legends for the last 10 years, this is my example that I offer to you, the judges. You can see for yourself. This is in fact the worst role to climb ranked in League of Legends. 100%.
Which was eventually turned into a twist. It turns out, not all roles in League of Legends are equal. Sure, support is easier than.
Support is the most brain dead role in the game. You can be a goddamn lobotomite and still climb to, I don't know, masters with support. Meanwhile, top laner is a bit harder. You gotta learn proxy, matchups, everything. Mid lane is the same, but you also gotta learn roaming and so on and so forth. Jungler, obviously, you gotta learn to be efficient with your clear time on the jungle and know when to gang and when not, and also how to play around your opponent invading and knowing his routes as well. Meanwhile, at the carry, he just looks around, sees the all the team is doing well or not, and he's happy if they're doing good, and he's not if they're doing bad. I would say AD carry is the least impactful. AD carry being this one over here is the least impactful role in League of Legends in the last 10 years, solo queue wise. I don't fucking care about competitive plays. That's not even League of Legends. That's a different game we're talking about. So yeah, I am playing marksman because I like to. I'm a masochist basically. Give me a moment.
Sure, mid lanes can carry their own games more often than top laners.
Top laners, especially in low elo, they are very impactful because their champions are very strong and they can side push, and if you side push you allow your team to get objectives because three people are gonna be forced to come on you, especially in low elo. They don't know exactly who can counter you, and that person that counters they know they don't want to come most of the time, so they're just gonna let you run free with getting turrets. So eventually, eventually you push so much that they're just gonna have to come on you three people, and that means that there is gonna be a 2v4 situation in the Drake pit, which is gonna be 100% won by your team because they had got the numbers.
And so the players simply stopped seeing
And you have
every
TP
League
plays.
of Legends challenger as equals. The first time this came into spotlight is when Tyler pulled off his challenger challenge. He got a challenger in every role, which means we were able to track how many games it takes for every role to hit challenger. Ignoring the season reset for top lane, top, jungle and mid all got there within about 1800 games.
Top jungle and mid. What about support? Support is even easier.
With support only taking him about 500 game.
As I said, you gotta be a lobotomite to become support. And AD carry is it there at the end of the barrel. Is that it?
Proving that if someone just wants to get challenger, hypothetically,
Play support.
should be the easiest way to do that.
We all
but
knew that.
unfortunately, in all of these stats, we've never seen the AD carry numbers. And that is simply because Tyler has been playing AD carry for about 15 years. Which means the number of games would be lower by default and it wouldn't really have any value. The thing is, unbeknown to us at that time, it seems like AD carries might be cursed. And so
They were always cursed, bro. After they changed the crit items to be absolutely horrendous, you couldn't be fucking playing the shit. Oh, it's a pain. It's a pain. The only reason I play it is because I know that's how I like my coffee. I like my coffee black. That's the way I like to play League of Legends. I like to play the worst role in the game because they give me the most. Like when I win, I'm like yeah. But most of the time when I win, I just get carry because I play at the carry, right?
So it's been a real
So it's not
shame
actually a
we didn't
yeah.
get those numbers for that role. Or at least, that was the case until someone else picked up the challenge. There would be someone who would pick up the role of AD carry with the intention of climbing with it.
Mind the guy that did the challenge was in fact a challenger jungler, and he could get easily other roles into challenge, but the AD carry, the AD carry is a different breed overall in League of Legends solo queue. I'm referring to.
Which resulted in all hell breaking loose. And of course, we are talking about Dantes, who tried to pull it off. Now, Dantes has been on quite an
And failed, by the way. He played 600 games, and he got Heartstuck Diamond.
For the longest time, I knew nothing about him. Anytime I knew anything that would come out, it would be the memes.
Yeah.
And I
The
don't
shorts.
think we want to talk about the Yordles. But eventually, as League's gameplay would become slightly more stale, people realized it was more fun to talk about what is happening around League of Legends. And so Dante started releasing his own videos where he talked about what Riot is doing with the game. He even gave his own opinion on the entire Hextech debacle. And I'll be honest, for someone whom I've only ever seen in the memes, it was wild to see Dantes give good criticism on how Riot screwed up. But also, he talked about how they could potentially do better. He wasn't just screaming, he wasn't losing it. He was just a moderately angry guy serving points. Mind-blowing stuff in today's internet. And so in his arc of...
I've seen all his videos criticizing AD carry. As a veteran of AD carry, I can agree with most of his points, except for his build. Because he was saying, oh, you gotta build tanky items. Don't go Berserker Grizz. Yeah, go Ninja Tabi. Sure, sorcerer.
not being the screaming meme kid. Trying to improve and making sure he has credibility on the topics he's talking about. Dante's tackled a new challenge. You see, for years he always ridiculed bot lane. Specifically, he had a thing against AD carries. Every time there was a debate on what lane...
Yeah, everybody's saying, oh man, the carries complain so hard. Bro, why do you think they're complaining so hard? They're the only guys in the game that really don't have any, that have the least control over the outcome of it. It's like we are the water boys of the game. Okay, everybody is striker, kicker, central mid, or you know, the goalkeeper. Meanwhile, they carry out their providing with water bottles to the team. That's why we are.
should be changed, what should be altered, or how the meta should be shaped. Let's say he just never got on the same wave as AD carry mains. This could partially be because we are talking about a challenger hackerim, meaning that he does have experience with ganking different lanes, and so he likely knows that bot lane is most likely to call for help. But alas, Dante simply didn't agree with AD carries so much that he had a crash out and he became a meme. Now, I can't play the meme because there is quite a bit of swearing, but it all eventually comes to a single point. AD carries always...
Yeah, he cried a lot in that video. What the fuck? Oh, the carry's crying a lot. Now he is the one crying as well. He was. Because he gave up, by the way. He couldn't get to challenger.
complain that they are weak, all while, according to Dante's, every meta was AD carry meta.
No. It hasn't been there for a while. After they nerfed the crit items, it was over.
Every objective was always focused around bot lane.
Because there's a Drake's that's bot lane, not necessarily AD carry.
Everyone was always funneling AD carries.
Everyone that is that knows how to play, think about low elo. Nobody wants to peel you. Nobody wants to help you. Maybe in competitive plays they do that, but not in fucking solo queue.
All of which results in AD carries
Everybody has an ego, and why would they be wasting their time thinking, oh yeah, I want to be carried by someone else? No, they would. Or the ego and the consensus in solo queue is that you need to play for yourself.
being able to 1v9 most of their games. And
No.
that is all while they still all complain about buffs. Now,
No, they cannot 9v1. They're always just hoping for the team to not be completely retarded because they're gonna lose immediately. If your bot lane is 20-0, but your mid lane is 0-5, your top lane is 0-5, your jungler is 0-5, that game is lost. 100%. Doesn't matter. 20-0, good luck. Good luck carrying all the most relevant roles in the game. But yours.
on paper, he's not wrong. I mean, ADC comes from attack damage carry, a name that originally came from
Yeah, that and the reason they cannot carry is they are so easy killed by the enemy teams. There's so many roles that counter the carries. There's the mages, they counter the carry. There's the assassin, they counter the carry. There's the tanks, they counter the carry as well. What role doesn't counter the carry is the question. I don't fucking know, really. Everything kills them.
the fact that AD carries were weaker at the beginning, and it took them a while to ramp up so that they would be able to carry the game
Which is a big issue in League of Legends, which is a game that the pace has increased over the years to be faster and faster. Now the games end up at between 20 to 30 minutes. Meanwhile, the carry are starting to get good after the third items, which usually happens in the 30-minute mark. So you'd be in most cases relevant for like 5 minutes because afterwards the game will be over. Usually times at 35. Like
by the end. Of course, these days that's only half true. Most AD carries can also function as glass cannon assassins. But the core of this statement still stood. Dantes
Fuck
didn't
Samir, by
believe
the
that AD carries were justified to complain all the time. And to prove it, he went onto a challenge. He would pick up the AD carry role and he would get at least a master very easily. The
No.
context being that this comes from a former Hecarim challenger in all NA, EU West and Korea. It all started with him getting stuck in a silver for a
it's silver, bro. Challenger, by the way. Challenger, by the way. All of them saying, oh man, this is gonna be a free dub. Your challenger going back to creating a new account, morphing on people. No, there is without a carry though.
bit. At first he thought that all AD carries were building the same items because they didn't know what to do. So
Yeah.
he started building different things and he started thinking outside of the AD carry box. He tried to essentially make a new meta work. But he was quickly met with the unfortunate truth. That is simply not how the AD carry is designed. The reason why every AD carry is building the same things is because that's how the best items are designed. There is simply an optimal way to deal damage on characters that are based around auto-attacking.
No. This is a discussion. This is a debate. The discussion is he wanted to make tank builds, semi bruiser marksman builds, which would be good in maybe low elo because you'll have very often situation where you would 1v1 the other marksman and having armor is good against that for sure. Also, there's a bunch of characters that can one-shot you and making their life harder is way better. Yes, but that doesn't help you, I think, in late game in team fights, because that's not more optimal, and that's extremely important for late game, because this is more like if you're going for 1v1s or assassination attempts, which is like skirmishes. But in 5v5 the role of the AD carry is to survive and to deal as much damage as possible, and his build will not do that, because yes, you increase the survivability aspect, but you know how you can survive in 5v5 situations? You just don't get hit at all. You should not get hit. You should escape the all damage. You should every time that going on you, you just go back and make your team. You know, it's like inviting them to your trap. So you are the trap. You're the bait. 99% of the time because you're the damage dealer. Well, very late in the game, keep that in mind. They will jump on you. Like I had a situation where on Amumu would flash ult, but he didn't realize he ulted me only. My whole team was surrounding him. He was died in a minute afterwards, and that's how we won the team fight later on because my heck I went 5v1 in the back in their backline. Meanwhile they were focused on playing around Amumu, which was going too far because of the flash play, and then he got fucked. That didn't matter if I was tanky or not. He just fucked up. GG, well played, you know. So you can tank items are irrelevant if you have good positioning. That's the question. And there are situations where it doesn't really matter because the enemy will CC you to that and you will die, of course. But most cases you just need to beat item damage and sustain a bit, like a bit of lifesteal, and that will, if you know how to position around, you could survive enough to deal more damage that you would do otherwise with the other build that he made. Rather than, you know, oh, he's gonna tank one more hit. Oh, wow. Well, and then that will make him go in a false sense of security. He will go frontline dead in a minute, in an instant.
And when it comes to the gameplay, you just farm bot because that's what a carry does. If you are ahead, you take a tower and you move to another lane so you can farm some more. And you farm until you are able to join the team fights.
Minute 30 around.
In the simplest possible form, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Moment.
How do I know this? I play support. Been there, done that.
Wow, he played support, bro. I played support also, bro. I was brain dead back in the days. I was playing Sona support. Bro, it was so fucking easy to get dubs. I don't know why the fuck supports are so OP. I don't know, bro. Because there's a reason for it. Because most people don't want to play support. So if you actually play intentionally the role, you most of the time will play against people that are feel, which gives you a tremendous advantage, of course.
Or at least I saw that. And so Dante's just released a rant where he talked about all the problems AD carries have. First of all, everyone builds the same items because there is simply an optimal way to deal damage. But you are also not allowed to do anything outside of farming. If you leave your lane, there is a good chance you die. If your support leaves, there is a good chance you die. If your team is trying to secure...
Guess what? That is gonna happen still if you have a tanky item as well.
For a dragon, there is a good chance you die. What lane gets ganked the most? Bottom, because there are 2 targets for 2 kills and you are there, so there is a good chance you die. Which means that you are kinda left at the mercy of your support. The problem is, not only are you kinda screwed if your support is not great, but also...
Tell me more about it. If your support is fucked up, it's like you're playing 3v1. Now your support is gonna go permafeed the enemy. He's gonna complain about you not helping. Even though you're trying your best, you go in to get a bit of damage when he gets caught off, or he just goes in like a bull and dies immediately. Then he eventually decides to roam, leaving you 2v1 with 2 fed laners. They are gonna clap you regardless if you are behind the tower or not. And that's basically the situation most of the time. You have to expect that to happen 50% of the games. Because, you know, you can get a good support and you're gonna be a breeze, or you can get a bad one, and it's 50-50. And then when you get the bad one, good luck.
Supports are kinda the only ones having fun in the lane. Look, I main Vel'Koz. All I really need to do is to zap enemies with abilities. I think that's fun. I don't think it's fun to stare at health bars to make sure I last hit. And so, on his journey with the AD carry role, Dante's played about 600...
I think that's another reason for people if they like AD carry, bro. If you get OCD, bro, and you get... I get such a satisfaction from killing minions. I don't know why the fuck that is the case, but I fucking love killing minions. Oh, that's why I play AD carry. I am there killing the most minions. That's what I gotta do.
games. And he came to this conclusion. I woke up this morning and realized I can't do this anymore. After 600 games,
Oh, you were trash talking. You were such a big guy 10 minutes ago. What happened, man? Oh, reality sink in. You realize, oh, wait. Mom spaghetti? Mom spaghetti, this is what you got? You got a case of mom spaghetti?
I quit. AD carry is the hardest role in
Thank you. Thank you. Please, now the only thing I need is to hear Faker saying it as well.
the game. I was wrong about how they should itemize. Support mains are...
Yes, they are neurodivergent. This is a big issue. Please stop from being so stupid.
We don't say that word here. 90% of jungle mains are even worse.
When I see a jungle not focusing on getting the Drake, I want to FF that instant.
I'm gonna use everything I've learned about what not to do as a jungler to level up my gameplay and see how far I can progress. To everyone who plays AD carry and had to read my tweets over the last few weeks, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. You finally saw the light, or should I say the darkness, in the hearts of each AD carry main. We are out there playing a game against all odds. We are the only ones playing against all odds. Everybody else, if they're getting good, they're gonna win. Meanwhile, the carry, yes, you're gonna increase your chance by 1 or 2%. That's pretty much it, dog. Everything else, it's a roulette game.
To everyone who doesn't and still thinks what I said initially was correct, play it yourself and find out just how misinformed and privileged you truly are.
Exactly. Get out of here with your jungle challenger, bro. I've played jungle as well. It's fucking... the moment you realize, oh, yeah, wait a minute. I can solo carry the fucking game if I know what I'm doing. And jungle is a field role. So you can play against people that got field jungle. So those games are gonna be a free B. Meanwhile, at the carry, good luck with that, bro. You can stomp. Straight up stomp and still lose the game 100% of the time. Like I've seen so many, because I play Vayne. I usually am getting stomped. And it doesn't matter, the other guy will be flaming by the end of the game because he doesn't realize that having 10-0 is jack shit because against a Malphite top that will just ulti you and bye-bye.
And so Dante's proved us all that the legends are true. Different roles do have different levels of control over the games.
Water
Mid laners
is
and
wet.
junglers have just about the highest. Top laners and supports are close behind. But unless you are the tippity top of the skill iceberg, AD carries might currently be the worst at winning. Although there is a very important thing we need to say. All of this was an experiment done by Dante's, who is a jungler. So who knows, maybe this would be the outcome.
No, this is the outcome in most scenarios, bro. Even an AD carry main, bro, he would not have issues getting to challenger with a support 10 times faster than with an AD carry.
With any lane that he would play. But what I am the most surprised by is the fact that he took this failure on the chin like a champ, and he is actually learning from it. Though I do think I know what the real point of failure was. He didn't play any Yordles.
No, there was nothing to do with that. Also, Twitch, isn't he a sort of a Yordle, okay? He a tiny bitch. Yeah, League, am I right, guys? Who likes League here? Me, I still like it. Stop hating, stop hating. I know you're thinking I'm stupid. Hey, I'm even playing AD carry, like the guy said. I don't care. I don't care. I love farming. That's my favorite thing to do. Sometimes in my free time, I don't play League because I have issues with my software. But usually I play Marksman just to fucking farm. I play Dora, whatever, nowadays. But I just play it for the reason that I can hit from afar and kill minions and have most CS each fucking game. 20 games out of 20.